That was pretty good. Not bad, boys.
I had the.
Thank you.
I was like, we got to go back to that C7.
I was thinking
before
maybe
we ended because it was too short.
if we did the together.
Oh. Yeah, I think that was
Should've made it
because
fuller,
like
yeah.
everything was going pretty well the whole song.
Yeah.
But we should add this to our set list
Yeah.
because it would sound really nice live plugged in.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because in that way I can add some bass or lows to like the pickups so you hear a little bit more thump and fullness.
Yeah, speaking of bass, I can run my bass put on like
because plugging in, it ain't gonna sound this good.
Yeah.
No ways.
Oh, but by the way, I have those other Goa pickups in the works with the single, like all of the 4 pickups are in a single saddle, so it's going to be not quite as expensive for install. So, but that gets closer to like just a really good, setup like here with mics.
That was one of the most pure sounds I've ever heard from a pickup.
And wow, these new customs from Devin and Tyler are amazing.
the whole tide rolled in.
And washed ashore
some gifts.
Yeah. So we're joined by Devin from TyDe. He's the gentleman that makes these fine instruments. Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having me. Stoked to be here.
I think we interviewed you and Tyler maybe like, I don't know, 6 years ago or something like that at NAMM.
Right.
But that might have been the last time I've seen you, so it's been a long time.
Right.
And you guys have come a long way since then.
Yeah, we gotten a little bit more, a little better at this. Still got a lot to go.
Yeah, that's the right attitude. So, I guess first, maybe you guys can, Kalei and Corey, you can share some of your feelings about the instruments that TyDe makes and how you hear them and what you think about them.
I've always loved them because they're very full sounding. This one I like a lot because it still puts out a lot of volume for how thin it is, and it's a lot more comfortable to hold.
Yeah, that was one of your guys' kind of signature models from way back.
Right. Yeah, we started doing that. We call it the Slimline version.
Yeah.
And that one we just take a piece of cherry in this case and carve the deck and sides out of the same piece with the CNC, and then we just do a typical back and top on there.
Back and top on this one is
that one's got the Tasmanian Blackwood. Pretty nice piece of it. Huh? But yeah, when we first made these guys, it took a little bit of trying to figure out what to do, but finally got some sound that wasn't bouncing around everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what you have with that side neck together design and the much thicker sides makes, I mean, that's one of the ingredients that makes it sound so amazing.
Right. Yeah, having a solid rim on there, so I always say it's kind of like a speaker with the metal around the outside.
Yeah.
So you don't lose the vibration through the sides as much.
This thing punches. The beveled edges are always really, really comfortable, and it's just it feels good all the time holding one of these.
Yeah, that's one of the comments people have trying TyDe is you just want to hug them. They're so soft on every edge.
Something to cuddle up to, you know?
Yeah. The way you guys pour fill in whatever, it's always really smooth and just along with the bevel and the finish and whatever. Very nice.
Yeah, thanks.
I think my one of the things I love about like TyDe ukuleles or instruments is the idea of using reclaimed wood. And I know you folks like work with that a lot, and it's really cool like how creative you get with it, you know, utilizing just what nature provides as far as like putting your own art into it and blending it all together. That's incredible. And then the sound and the workmanship that goes into each and every one of these is mind-boggling, because I don't think I've ever seen ukuleles made like this until I got to try a Ty. I remember the first time, like, we pulled one out of the case, like my first time being introduced to your instruments, I was like, what is that? Because for one, all the edges are always smoothed out. They're rounded. They're very comfortable to play. No matter however you hold it, you know, it fits your body just perfectly. And then you have the sound that comes out from these, which is probably, from a player's standpoint, sound and playability is going to be the most crucial, points for me. And for me to not have to look at it and play is extremely important when I pick up almost any type of ukulele, because if I can look at it without, or I can play without looking, then it feels like home. And I think that's one thing that's really unique to everything you guys have been producing. So
awesome, man. Well, thanks. That's a big compliment coming from you, man.
I mean, like, we get to feature these all the time, but we never get to tell you any of this face to face, So I'm sure you guys watch the podcast and you're like, oh, that was nice of them, but it's like, it's cool to actually see it.
Awesome, man. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been big fans for a long time.
Yeah.
We had Tyler on here one time before too.
Right.
But yeah, never really gotten to talk to you. Tell us from your end, like, how this happened and evolved into this company.
Yeah, well, that was back, I don't know, 2010-ish. And Tyler and I were working together building some furniture. And I would do a little bit of traveling, and I'd always pick up like a musical instrument somewhere, wherever I went. And then that year, my family decided to go to Kauai for our first vacation out here. Nice. And me and my dad would be scoping all the ukulele stores and stuff. And then finally we bought some like cheapo Kalas. But then we just jammed the rest of the trip. And like when I was a kid, my dad would be playing the mandolin. And I told him, I was like, Dad, this is kind of like the mandolin, but it's not annoying. So anyway,
how dare you?
He stopped playing for like 8 years, dude. I feel bad, kind of. But anyway, we'd also keep going back and seeing the nice looking ukes too. And I was just like, dude, I want one of those things. But
you know what, though? As far as that goes, like, I started playing mandolin when I was a kid a little bit too, but it's so hard. Like the just the double core steel.
Yeah,
it's like
hard on your fingers, dude.
Yeah. Like, give kids a break and have them start with ukulele.
Did your dad build any?
Yeah, he built some mandolins.
Did he build those?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, like,
yeah, those are just collectible.
But yeah. So anyway, saw the nice ones, wanted one, couldn't afford it, came back, and then I was like, Tyler, you want to try to build a ukulele with me? So we bought some plans and like used some scrap from the furniture we were doing, and had this like little bin, like a Rubbermaid bin like that we had that was our uke shop at first. Then we made a couple, and they came out kind of better than we hoped, and rewarding process, and wanted to go again. And then pretty soon we had we're like, what should we make the name? And so we thought about that for a while. TY from Tyler, DE from Devin for TyDe. And after the first couple, we kind of like, with the edges, be playing, and you'd get this little crease in your arm right here. And so that we saw like some armrests on a guitar, started messing with that. And then finally I was like, dude, why don't we just do it all the way around? And that's kind of how that came about.
But then you guys need much thicker sides to be able to do that, right?
Yeah, well, you can just layer it in like with solid linings,
Right.
So that's what we do. We just build it out.
Right.
So, but with this one, the Slimline here, those ones do have thicker sides all the way through. But
they're built more like a drum almost.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, it's been a fun little thing. The furniture deal, we had a mentor, this guy named Klein. Roundwood Furniture is the company we're working with, and he's an eccentric artist dude making functional art. So working with him for about 5 years or something kind of gave us that we can change stuff or make it more comfy or more of an artist eye to woodworking, which was.
How do you tell me the process of conceptualizing one of these?
Oh, I don't know. Well, sometimes like this one that Clay has over here, we calling it the Golden Teacher, but that piece of koa on top just had that mushroom sound hole. And then we got that piece of wood, and I was just like, dude, this wood is so sick. Like, and we just sat on that thing for like five years or so waiting, you know. Kind of wanted to get my inlay skills a little bit better. But then the back is, that's from Kings Beach, North Shore, Lake Tahoe. Came off a countertop of this guy that was getting the reclaimed wood for us. We did like a remodel in his kitchen. But then that one happened to have the 2 mushrooms in the back. So that kind of talked about it a little bit for that guy. And then we wanted to maybe make it a little more psychedelic feel with the orange striping, you know. But then it kind of grows a little bit as you start putting it together.
Were you on mushrooms when you did the inlay?
Not that many.
Yeah. Just one of these.
Just that one, yeah. It was sweet. I should have brought it, but all those little ones I had, like, I don't know. I didn't know where they were going to be, so there's probably like 5 more of them. And then we got one of those little shell bags. So it's just a little baggie of mini pearl mushrooms. But, I mean, sometimes like the wave ones, like the other one you were showing me, we were just kind of thinking like blue pinstriping like the water, something with the ocean, kind of drew out those waves and did a little bit of a variation on each one.
So you're doing the inlays?
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah, thanks.
It's tough to like keep new ideas coming, right?
Right. Yes. I don't know if this one will happen again, but like with the wave, since it is hard to keep going and it kind of seems like a pretty good inlay, just do a small variation with like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
And use the
just
same
have that
thing.
as like one style.
But yeah, it's nice when the wood speaks to you so you don't have to think as hard.
Yeah.
I like the fret dots on there. No.
I love your guys'
awesome.
stuff with the live edge too. You do more of that than anybody else I know.
Yeah, that one was a pretty fun one too. We didn't know if that would work at first, but having the live edge and the furniture thing we were doing, and then kind of feels a little more earthy and natural, you know.
Right.
Then like, why don't we try it out and hope that it work? And then it seemed to be pretty successful. And I think that edging, like if it's the natural edge, is actually stronger than if you just were to cut a hole in the middle.
Interesting. So, Clay, why don't you go first and give us a sound sample review of this incredible, one of a kind. This instrument, it's not like we're gonna see anything like it again. Because it's
I don't know how many more of
purely made in nature. He's like, wait, I found another set of wood that looks like mushrooms.
We have another top that's like the sister piece of that, but it's like just a little bit too big and not quite as perfect of a shape.
Well, always with stuff like this, it's gonna be different either way.
Yeah, right.
What is that again?
Koa on the top and then walnut on the back.
Oh, walnut. Yeah.
I was thinking it was because I saw this. I was like,
yeah, but
that looks like wow.
that's a pretty sweet. The back part of that thing, how that goes.
Oh, on the graph too.
Yeah. Do you want me to talk about it, or you want his description of it?
Yeah, why don't you give me a sound sample and then I'll have Devin hold it and give the specs.
I think that would
that
be
would be cool.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna miss some stuff.
Well, we got the builder.
I don't want to say the wrong thing either.
Well, this ukulele is a trip. Okay, let's see what he can come up with.
Yes, please.
Buy it now.
Dude.
Buy it now.
I was wondering if it was going to sound good.
Oh, it sounds. As soon as you gave it to
man.
me to try out downstairs, I was like, "Whoa!"
Dude. Well, you never, like, this was like a kind of big going for that much of a hole. You
Yeah.
know? Like this was for the bridge and everything. But man, yeah, thanks. This one we actually tried, because of the way the sound hole was, we did like a V-brace deal that we've never done before on it. But yeah, this is a piece of koa here on the top. The natural edge looks like a mushroom there. And then some walnut that came off our friend's North Lake Tahoe cabin. This is old kitchen countertop that also had a couple little guys hiding in there. It's kind of an interesting piece. It's like with the grain, and it's kind of like a little bit of a crotch goes on the back here. And we got the like a bright orange little purfling binding thing, whatever you call that. And some more of the kitchen walnut on the neck here. These Shirtler tuners. Some gold pearl going down, and gold, white, and black pearl. This little inlay. And the fretboard's Cadillacs. Same with the headstock here. Yeah.
Fantastic work, Devin.
All right, thank you.
That's really cool, man. You guys keep upping it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, this was one. Oh yeah, Tyler got the inside things too. Yeah. I don't know if you saw those guys
that-
throwing
yeah.
in there.
You know what? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to capture that, but let me try.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. So talk about that. What exactly did you do there?
Yeah, so this one we needed to make sure these guys had some backing, and we could have put just a little patch in there, but Tyler made these little guys, has like white koa on the stem and some oranger koa up on the caps. A little 3-dot inlay on there, some wood burning. But
Sorry, let me.
that's just for decoration.
Yeah.
I guess a little support too.
That's awesome. All right, Corey. Let's get a sample on the one you have.
Okay. Man, you get so easy to play. Sorry.
So yeah, you guys are just breaking it in.
So yeah, give us
All right.
a rundown on what you did.
So this is a Slimline Tenor, we call it here. And this one is has a solid piece of cherry on the sides, one-piece sides and neck. And this is some Tasmanian Blackwood, came from our friend Willie in Tasmania. he goes out and finds the stuff that's like already all dead, so it doesn't cut any live trees, which is nice. Ebony fretboard here, and a little turtle shell inlay that is of a couple different colors of abalone. Some lighter ones and some blue ones there. Some more up here on the top. Got the UPT tuners on it. The side dots. This one has our 3-dot signature here, the cutaway, and a side port. But yeah.
Is there any significance to the 3-dot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wondered what was the idea behind that.
Well, yeah, so the 3-dot, that came to be back when we were making the furniture too. This one time we made this table, and we went to go install the table at the client's house. Bring everything in there, set the top on the base, and then we go to screw on the base. It might have even been Tyler that did it, but screwed the screw and it popped out the top. And so in order to fix it, what we did is put dots over that hole. It started out as 4, but then after that we reduced it to 3, and then that became the signature on like every furniture piece we were doing.
Oh, cool.
And then we were starting to make the ukes in the same shop and kind of like sister companies, but so yeah, but it also kind of means like ... to be continued. Kind of why we liked it, you know what I mean? So it's always kind of an idea that continues to evolve in a way with art. So
Pretty cool.
yeah. Then the other one was Klein was the big dot. I was the middle dot, and Tyler's the little dot. Mainly based on our bellies.
Now you switched over.
Yeah.
The inlay. Oh my goodness.
I know. Check out how this thing, you can move it in the light and see the gills change, you know?
Oh my god.
Trippy, yo.
That one sounds
It's
really-
weird. It's like I feel like you guys just stumbled into being some of the best ukulele makers in the world. It's like, what the?
They just started making ukuleles. There,
Yeah,
people were like,
must have got lucky. Seems the more you rub them, the better they come out. Putting that love in there, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
What grit do you take these up to?
3,000.
There you go. Practically polished at that point.
We made one. Momoa got this one. He wanted no finish on it. That was
Straight raw wood.
Straight raw wood. We polished that thing out everywhere, which is harder because you can hide a couple of the flaws sometimes with the finish. But
Wow. How does it?
Sounded good. I haven't seen it in a while, but
Eventually it'll be finished with natural oils.
some nice oils.
I got the hand oils going all over.
But these guys we put a natural finish on too. It's kind of weird. I like the feel of just the wood, you know. I feel like the spray sometimes just makes it kind of plasticky, although it does protect it a little bit more.
Yeah, you guys have always fit into that supernatural feel and look.
Yeah, man.
Would you compare it with like a microdose maybe?
Is that a micro or a macro?
This is maybe a macro. I'm gonna say it's really, you just look at it like, geez, and then you hear it. It's like, can you put the reverb like super high?
Just for you right now, right? Yeah. I don't know. Like,
I want that deep ocean reverb.
Okay.
You don't have to.
All right. So give us a short sample on that
Okay.
one. Pretty darn nice.
Hell yeah.
So Devin makes all kinds of things out of wood. He gave us spoons when he came in today. But
Yeah.
talk about what you got in your hands there.
So always trying to use all the little scraps, you know. And this is a wooden kazoo. We call it the $100 kazoo, but it's only $80, so you're getting a deal. But this is like this was some walnut too on this guy. Just the scraps off the uke tops, you know. You always have that little piece, so, and then another piece here, and then this is just like your grocery bag or something. And this one's probably some like cut-offs from like the back of the neck here. But yeah, put a little string on there. Oh, the man.
That's a pleasant sounding.
Yeah,
Because it's solid wood.
it's not as loud as it was back home.
But it has a different like timbre to it though.
Let's see here.
Oh, we should have a kazoo solo.
Oh
It's
man,
making my uke sound weird.
this is the perfect instrument to annoy somebody that you want to. Babe, I'm just practicing my kazoo.
Yeah.
Why you gotta-
Come on. I mean, I guess it's a little worse than the mandolin.
Bro, that's next level.
Imagine practicing
It's got
10,000
its
hours on a kazoo.
Dude, you could be
to
good at it.
master
Right
it.
now.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I bet Mike Love could make some beautiful music with the kazoo.
Oh yeah, I bet he
His
can.
next album already has a solo on it.
You know what's crazy? It's
cinnamon
Mua
one.
on a kazoo.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah. Thanks though, Devin, for the sound sample.
Yeah, I mean,
It's pretty
I
cool.
didn't get- I
mean,
didn't get to
you
go
know,
practice in the
it's
cave
true.
first.
Like everybody that builds has scraps, and it's like you guys
yeah,
set the good example of using your scraps, make
It's-
some good stuff.
yeah. Thanks.
The whole idea behind
It's
it,
kind
dude.
of nice too, because like going to the shows sometimes, it's like these guys. It's hard to spend $4 or $5 grand on a ukulele, but they'll pick up a kazoo or like a spoon or something.
Shaker,
Or we make
yeah.
earrings, yeah, shakers. But yeah, those times will like pay for a trip sometimes.
Right. Yeah,
It's a great stocking stuffer.
That's badass.
that's what you guys got to do when you go around to festivals. You got to have some like
You can wear it.
random
Oh,
little
yeah.
stuff, you know.
Like Lenny has these
Necklace.
shakers that he brings. We should bring kazoos.
Always rocking it, you know?
Perfect. It's even got the strap. It's like a lanyard to get into somewhere special.
It does look like a pipe, kind of.
To open a super secret door.
It's like a speakeasy bar in the back of the store.
You have to blow it in the perfect key of E for it to activate the door.
All right. Clay, can you give us a sample on that one?
Yeah.
Australian Blackwood, huh?
Yeah, Tasmanian Blackwood.
Tasmanian.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Sorry. I thought...
I was thinking, it's like, huh. Sorry, there was one fart note, but
Nah, that was dope.
That was pretty good, man. How do you just decide what song to play, or you have to hear what it sounds like to know what song to play, or what happens?
Sometimes, like, if like it's kind of playing in my head, I can play it as long as I'm very familiar with it. But that little thing was something I've been experimenting with. Because I always thought, because that was the first song that got me into Imagine Dragons, was Radioactive. And I was like, for an ukulele player to play it like that, like the original, I think it needs a little bit more something. And then I've been practicing my funk chops with Corey.
Nice.
And I was just like, awesome. You know, if this works, it works. Hopefully.
My daughter likes that song too. She calls them not Imagine Dragons. She calls it Imaginary Dragons, though.
Oh,
That's cool.
So I was like, throw that on, Dad.
Yeah.
So what's coming up in the future, Devin?
Well, we are starting to work on our first couple guitars. Going to do some steel string parlors, so we're excited for that. Got one going right now with mango walnut combination. It's going to have the rounded edges, and then another one with some black and white ebony that has like some wormholes all in it. Looks like a little goat head on the back with the figure. It's pretty cool, and a spruce top. So those are about a third the way done, and then got a couple more customs
look like
going.
the larger versions of
essentially maybe something like this. We got some live edge versions. No don't know about the inlay, but a larger version of like the full body instrument for sure.
Wow.
But seems kind of nice so far. It's like easier to do because they got bigger space. You're not just like cramped in this little uke body.
Oh, yeah. You mean as far as building?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely as far as repairing too.
Right.
You could actually get in there and.
So pretty excited about that. We got a lot of wood to.
Still experimenting with bracing and that sort of thing. With it.
Yeah, I mean this one had the different bracing on it, and I kind of like how that came with. That's the first time we tried that V thing, but we're always doing a little bit of
kind
experimentation.
of a reverse fan.
This one is like, yeah, it's like a reverse fan, but the fan braces go from the bottom here all the way up.
Oh, all the way.
And then this one like floats over them. So that might be something we want to try a little bit more of. But we're also gonna maybe change a little bit, like we were talking about earlier, putting a little radius on the top, see how that goes, add some strength so that less chance of it warping. But and then I want to start getting into these. We've done a few of them where it's like a sculpted cutaway. I don't know if you guys have seen one. I don't think we've sent one here. But it's a pretty smooth move in here where it turns in just like all sculptured out instead of just like a cut. I don't know if you guys.
Next level.
Yeah, I mean, you guys make a different instrument than anybody, and I think that's because you kind of come to it from a woodworking background and a first principles kind of thinking about it from the ground up. And yeah, it's going to be really cool to see that carry through on the guitar line too.
I mean, definitely, like you're saying, like to follow the wood, let me kind of guide. So it's like whatever the end result is, I don't really have an expectation of that to begin with. It's kind of
Jesus.
so it could maybe take a different turn here and there, but I mean, this one came out pretty good. I think this was probably the one of I'm most proud of pieces of the whole time. So
This thing is beautiful.
number 222.
Yeah.
We're on 234 now, or 235, but since had to be 222 for this one.
We have a couple other TyDes right now, so maybe I'll get you guys to close out with a tune on those. One of them we featured last podcast, but yeah, the other one we haven't put on here yet.
Cool.
But I did get you to. I do have you sound sample this one, so I have the listing ready to go. But
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. Let
me see.
was fun.
Man, thank you guys.
All right, so Corey's got the reclaimed redwood. This came from a barn,
Yeah,
right?
like up in Eureka, Northern California. But that piece is super cool because this one's got this is like the top piece of the wood when we're doing the resawing, and it has these circular saw cuts in it mixed with this curly redwood. It has a nice little effect. But the cool thing about that's on the headstock too, is that when you look at this piece, you instantly know that what came from an old mill with the circular cuts, because they use like a bandsaw now, and it just kind of tells the age that it was actually a reclaimed piece of wood. You know, you don't have to have it written on the tag, which is kind of cool. And the Ferro on the back of this, and some pearl accents, the 3-dot side port.
And then Clay has an Alcoa tenor that was made last year. Excellent condition. I haven't listed this one yet, but did a sound sample with Corey a week ago or so, and getting ready to put that one up. You can find this baby tenor that Corey has on the website now. And
How is
then
it that, like,
the Golden Teacher will go up soon, and the Slimline Honu as well. So check that out at the ukulelesite.com.
sorry. No, I was gonna say, it's like, how do you just make badass stuff all the time? You're just like, all right, we're gonna do that, and then bam.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's fun.
Like, do you ever have B style? I don't think so, right?
Not really.
It's just badass all the time.
We need to do S tier here.
Sometimes it's like being a luthier is just how good you are at fixing your mistakes.
Oh,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
other philosophy is also turn your F-ups into a feature.
Yeah. Nothing ever goes to waste.
Yeah.
That's like that. The idea behind that, it's like everything. You just, yeah. Sorry, Just gonna keep mumbling as we go on.
Gush session. Thank you, Devin.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Travis, right? Got to meet Travis from Waimanalo. Thank you for bringing Devin up to us. Fascinating guy, too. Like, we got to hang out again. Yeah. Thank you, Corey and Clay. Always bringing it. That intro from Elton John you guys threw together in like 15 minutes. That was sick.
Kind of janky on my part in the beginning, but I kind of caught up because Khalil's timing is better than mine, and I'm always just like, I gotta catch up. And
I dropped the ball out.
All right, humble fest over here.
Gotta catch up before you mustard.
Dad jokes. All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you soon, and hit the like button, share with your friends, and mahalo. Let us know whenever we can help with anything ukulele. Aloha.